Now we can visualize a cloud. In the sky. Maybe one part of the cloud has become the rain. And we should be aware that only half a cloud remains in the same form, but half of the cloud has taken another form. And you cannot say that the rain is less beautiful than the cloud, or the cloud is less beautiful than the rain. It can be both beautiful. When you live with your beloved one, be aware that he or she is a kind of cloud. You also is a kind of cloud. And you are not entirely here in this body, because every day you produce thoughts, speech, and action that continue you. So it is like a cloud in the sky. Every day the cloud can produce rain and snow or hail. And you can see the continuation of the cloud already, even if the cloud is still there in the sky. We human beings, we produce thoughts, speech, and action every day, and that is our continuation. And we have to meditate in order to see us not only in this body, but outside of this body. Now I can see myself not in this body only. I can see myself in my friends, in my disciples, in my work, in many things. And if you want to recognize me, don't look in this direction. This is only a small part of me. So the person you believe that is already lost, he is not lost. He's still there in other forms. And look for him in you, look for him in your children. That person is still available in the here and the now. So when you look at the rain or the tea, and if you recognize your cloud in the rain or the tea, and then your sorrow will vanish. You know that your cloud is still there in new forms, and you can talk to your cloud. You can be with your cloud. So that is what we call signlessness. You are not caught by a particular form. You can recognize your beloved one in many other kind of forms. I think it's easy enough to see the father in the children. And you can talk to the father through the children, and you can take care of the father by taking care of the children. And not only he is in the children, but he is in you. But the fact is that nothing is born, nothing died. It's impossible for a cloud to die. So it's impossible for anything to die and to become nothing. And that is why meditation on death is so helpful. Meditation on death helps you to see that there is no death, there is no birth and death. It's only transformation. Nothing can be lost. And sometimes your beloved one can hide himself or herself and take another form, so that you will know better how to cherish his presence. In the Lotus Sutra, there is a chapter on talking about a doctor who has the power to heal. And his children relied on his presence. We have a Father that can heal us, so we don't need to take the medicine. We don't need to do anything. So the doctor wants to help them, and he goes away and saying words home that he's already dead. And the children cry and cry and cry and begin to drink the medicine, and they get healed. So the father has to hide himself in order to help his children, children to take the medicines. So many of us are like that. We don't cherish enough the presence of our beloved one until we no longer see that familiar form, and we learn. And we learn and we heal, and we rediscover our beloved one in other forms. The meditation on death is a very important meditation. When you meditate on death, you love life more. You cherish life more. And we can learn many lessons. Mindfulness allowed us to recognize and cherish and treasure what is still available, so that in the future we will not say that, well, why that person is alive, I was not aware of his or her precious presence. That is why it's so important to go home to the here and the now, and recognize and cherish all the positive elements that are still available. And then with the practice of mindfulness, we can look deeply and we can discover the nature of no birth and no death. And we find out that nothing can die, nothing can be lost. When I live, every day I live with my Sangha, monastic and lay Sangha. Monks, nuns, lay practitioners. And I find out that my Sangha looks exactly like the Sangha of the Buddha. They have very much the same problems, the same joy, the same happiness, the same suffering. the same problems. And I feel that the Buddha and the Sangha of the Buddha is available to me in the here and the now. I don't miss the Buddha, I don't miss the Sangha of the Buddha, because I am able to see the Buddha and his Sangha in my Sangha. Because my Sangha is, first of all, the continuation of the Buddha's Sangha. We have the Buddha available. And we have the Sangha of the Buddha available today. So there is no way to be sorrowful.